Okay, where we're at now is an area known as the lock-up shed area. This is where we've brought a lot of the different seedlings and saplings of lots of different varieties of species here. And a lot of these trees will now be taken out to planting sites, and the smaller ones will be taken to the nursery beds, which we'll go and have a look at shortly. We've got karo here at the new nursery. We've also got aki and mahue, otherwise known as Waiheke wood. Over the back you can't quite see, but there's puriri, kowhai and purikawa, as well as the kanuka.
Don just said to me when and I think it was Steve White, but as I say, the unsung heroes, I don't know for sure, that it was everywhere. The moth plant had sort of enveloped most of the wetland area around where the willows are, all of that area overhanging, and it made me imagine Okefenokee Swamp. These pods do ripen, they do burst, and what's inside them's wind blowing. So we like generally to, as far as we can, to get the plant down before removing the pods. You can see where the root is here. People probably can't understand, but they're very, very invasive plant. There, now there's the root, and I would have a grubber in my hand to loosen the soil and then hopefully remove it. It just feels good because of the huge respect I had for Don. Sort of like Mahatma Gandhi, he was a leader, in a quiet way, don't you reckon, Lincoln?
Yeah.
And set an example that
we could all follow.
That you just wish to follow. And I've never heard him say a mean thing about anyone. I hero worshipped him, and I'm happy to continue the work.
This is where we had the working bee after Don Chappell's funeral. This was a very bad blanket area of honeysuckle, and so similar sort of area as the moth plant. It's just been all cleared now, and it's ready for planting with more light tolerant species like aki and kanuka, mahue, karo. This is a karo that we planted last planting season, around about September, August, and it's done alright. Survived the dry weather, and it's all got the nurse cover of the manuka that was planted out here about 12 years ago. So eventually these trees will break through the manuka canopy and become the new forest. And these are all manuka that were planted about 12 years ago. And I'm not sure when this karaka tree was planted, but it's an example of how the manuka has acted as a nurse cover for when the plant was young, giving it the shade it needed from the sun and wind. And now it's thrived nicely, and it's breaking through the canopy, and eventually these manuka will be shaded out and die off. And same thing happens with gorse as well. Okay, now this hillside was very badly grown with weeds. A lot of what we're dealing with here is boneseed, rhamnus, woolly nightshade, honeysuckle, moth plant vine. And what we've done with the gorse is left the straight stuff standing so it can provide a good nurse cover shelter for the natives to be planted in here, such as pahutakawa, taupata, hōpara, manuka, tea tree, and karamu, things like that. And eventually they'll grow up above the gorse and shade them out and provide the new canopy. Right, this is a very exposed slope. There's not much, there's no nurse cover here. All there is kikuyu grass, so we're fairly limited to what we can plant here. Although there are a few light hardy species that we can. So just over here I'll show you a few spaces that I've made up. Now this is a patch where I've grubbed out the kikuyu, as opposed to using any sprays or anything. I've just got a grubber and a sickle and made a space about 2 metres round. Gone about 2 inches deep with the grubber to get out most of the kikuyu grass roots, and put the cardboard on top, try and not let the soil dry out and not let the grass grow back. Put the gorse on top of that to keep the cardboard there, and now it's ready for planting in this open slope, exposed. This is a ngaio tree, and eventually in about 3 years it should look like that lot up there on the hillside, planted 3 years ago using the same method.
Yeah, I've been coming down some weekends and that to help with the weed clearing of the area, and today I'm helping with the plant out, which is a monthly thing that they do here, is getting the new plants in, and hopefully they'll all take and do a good job. To me, on the personal level, this is a legacy. If you can leave something behind for your children and grandchildren and all the rest, that certainly does the trick for me. Yeah, and that's the pleasure of it. Might be the only legacy I'll leave behind on Waiheke Island, but you can see what you've done. Yep.
This whole hillside was gorse, and it's all been thinned out, and there's going to be a lot of planting projects happening along here quite soon, I think. We just had one today. We had a working bee, and that was great. It was about 8 people or 10 people, something like that, came through and did a lot of planting for forest and bird. This is the next big clearing area that needs to be done on the hillside. It's full of woolly nightshade and rhamnus and boneseed, and yeah, it's no small task either.
Well, in a world where we don't seem to value these things enough, I think the more of us who do value them and try and make a difference, the better.
Yeah, it's like a direct connection with
Gaia.
with what'd you say?
Gaia.
Gaia.
Yeah, but say that again so I get it, so that I don't want my voice in it.
No, that'd be good, I reckon. Yeah, it's like, I don't know who Gaia is, but maybe it's a direct connection somehow.
Oh god, it's dragging to an end, isn't it really? You haven't got much more to say, have you?
Not really.